Welcome to Lap of the World. I'm Richard, this is my wife Liz, and we just completed a cross-country road trip from Knoxville, Tennessee to San Francisco, California for NSXPO 2018. We saw the sights, we did the drives, and partied with 200 other NSX enthusiasts. Now it's time to head home. We'll again be posting daily updates on our travels as well as coverage of NSXPO festivities in the days to come, so don't forget to subscribe for updates on our latest adventure.
Welcome to day 9 of our trip and the first day of our return leg back to Tennessee. NSXPO more or less wrapped up last night.
Yeah, there was a drive scheduled this morning to go down the windy Lombard Street, but we ended up sleeping in and then electing to pass on that in lieu of getting a head start back towards home, or today anyway, back towards Salt Lake City by way of Reno.
Well, we slept in for good reason, though. The banquet was a lot of fun, but I think we got in bed probably sometime after 1 in the morning.
Yeah, that's about right.
You know, it's when we call it the social portion of NSXPO, it really is. Like, it's a family, and so everybody hung out at the bar, and the banquet went pretty late, so... but the actual banquet presentation was nice. We heard from the Honda volunteer employees racing team, which is the Heart team. And it's a grassroots organization, and it was neat to hear the story.
At least started grassroots. Now they have an NSX GT3 car.
So it's quite a journey.
Yeah, we really look forward to knowing the whole story of the Heart team. Now it kind of makes it more interesting to follow their racing, and we'll look forward to hopefully watching them continue campaigning that car in seasons to come. But once the Heart guys wrapped up their presentation, we got to hear something really kind of, I don't know, it seemed very special. We got to hear via translator some interesting insight around the development of the original NSX from none other than Gonsan. I think it was really cool to hear what he had to say about kind of the ethos and philosophy behind what they went through, some of the challenges they overcome with the development of the original NSX, and also what seemed like a very heartfelt thank you from him to the club for all of the enthusiasm that's shown towards the NSX in general, and an invitation to come to Japan in 2020
for
the 30th anniversary.
Yeah.
But so open invitation there. We're plotting and scheming already. Who knows? But
so the other big announcement as expected, the other big announcement at the banquet was where NSXPO 2019 will be, which will be in Washington, D.C.
Yep.
For us, that'll be a little bit of a shorter drive.
Yeah, I think that's the trip from Knoxville to Washington is going to be shorter than any single day of travel for this trip. So
for the track event this year, or not this year, next year, we'll be at Summit, Maine.
Yeah.
Summit Point, Maine.
Yeah.
No, yes. Summit Point, Maine.
Summit Point, Maine.
Yeah.
Which will be interesting. It's actually a place, in spite of being pretty regional, I have not been to. Rather, I have not driven the main circuit at Summit Point. I've driven the Shenandoah circuit at Summit Point Motorsports Park, but I have not driven Summit, Maine, or the Jefferson circuit there. So that will be at least one other in that facility that I can check off the list. I'm looking forward to that. It's a track that's kind of. It was definitely more kind of a grassroots track, but I understand that they've made some improvements recently, so I'm kind of curious to see what they've done.
So for now, we are enjoying the last of California's scenery, and I don't know, maybe an hour out of Reno, Nevada. So we'll check in again somewhere in the middle of Nevada. join you from Nevada. We just passed through the biggest little city in the world, stopped and got some fuel for both us and the car, and suddenly we went from the forest to the desert.
So while we're driving through nothing of note, I figured I would chime in with a little bit of a video production note here, because we were intending on putting in an update out yesterday, kind of covering the first day of the event. Unfortunately, I ran into a minor mechanical issue that needed taking care of. Somewhere between the track day and the hotel, we're guessing, one of the front brake caliper slide bolts came loose, so it's causing a little bit of a shudder, but you're still stopping the car, but not something you want to leave outstanding. So if you were at the event and saw my car up kind of jacked up on one corner with a wheel off yesterday, that's what I was doing. Fortunately, our friend Hal from Florida was gracious enough to drive me around the corner to an AutoZone to get a rebuild kit and get that button back up. But unfortunately, though, that ate up all of the free time in the schedule that I was intending originally to use editing video and getting some stuff from the actual Expo event, the social portion of the Expo event up. But yeah, oh well, probably better to have to deal with that in a parking garage than in the middle of the desert.
Absolutely. And don't worry, we will have the videos up and the coverage of Expo in the upcoming week or so.
Yeah, but for now, we are headed towards Salt Lake City. So we will pick you up probably thereabouts. Well, as we approach the Utah border and watch a lovely Nevada sunset in our rearview mirror, we wanted to check back in one last time.
We've got about 2.5 hours left, but we are very quickly losing light. The good news is Richard has been furiously editing video in the right seat. So you may be able to actually watch this tonight.
Yeah, thanks to some long, straight, open Nevada roads, I've actually not been sick at all.
But for now, we are pushing for the goal of Salt Lake City, which I think will make, we're both still doing pretty okay.
Yeah, doing pretty good. I think we're just probably looking at one last fuel stop and then the home stretch. So we will probably call it there for today, but we'll
probably
pick you guys...
food too, right? Can we get food as well?
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, have you seen exactly how much nothing there is around us right now?
Gas station food.
Woo, gas station sushi. Woo.
On another note, we both got sick.
Right, on the next episode of Lap of the World, from the, wherever's the next town, Wendover General Hospital or something.
Yes.
Yeah, so we are probably going to try and stop in Wendover, Nevada, or thereabouts, maybe a little bit earlier than that, because I think if we stop now and tank up, then we should be easily good to go for Salt Lake City. But so that is where we will leave it for today, and we will pick you guys up in the morning from hopefully Utah. I'm Richard.
And I'm Liz.
This is Lap of the World. Thanks for watching.